For weeks, the world has been waiting. Waiting for an update. Waiting for clarity. Waiting for NASA to speak. But as the US agency remains curiously silent, it's the European Space Agency, ESA, that just broke the silence, and what they've revealed about 3I/Atlas has sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Because the newly released images show something that shouldn't exist. It began quietly. On October 14, ESA uploaded a set of high-resolution composite photographs to their internal science portal, data gathered by the Solar Orbiter, the Gaia Telescope, and several ground-based European observatories. The photos were meant for researchers, not the public. But within hours, screenshots leaked. The images spread like wildfire across encrypted science forums and private Discord channels. Within a day, they were everywhere. And at first glance, they looked innocent enough, a glowing, bluish-white object trailing a faint ion tail, drifting through the solar wind. But the deeper scientists looked, the stranger things became. Unlike any comet ever observed, 3I/Atlas's coma, the gaseous cloud that surrounds it, doesn't behave like vaporized ice. Instead of dispersing naturally with distance from the sun, it appears to contract, pulsing inward at rhythmic intervals, as if something beneath the surface were pulling material back in. ESA's photometric data confirms it. The light around the nucleus brightens and dims every 47 minutes, perfectly regular, perfectly timed. Natural comets don't do that. One of the released sequences, captured over a 6-hour period, shows something even more baffling: filamentary structures extending from the core, fine, thread-like lines, almost electrical in appearance, forming an intricate web that flickers with reflected sunlight. Some described it as a halo of plasma threads. Others called it what they believe it really is, an engineered field. And the strangest part? The filaments seem to move in direct opposition to the solar wind, as if bending it, shaping it. The discovery would have been world-changing on its own. But the context made it even more suspicious. NASA, which had been the primary source of 3I/Atlas data for months, suddenly went silent 2 days before ESA's release. The Deep Space Network feed stopped updating. NASA's official observation logs froze, citing technical maintenance. Even public telemetry from the Parker Solar Probe, which had been providing near-Sun magnetic field data, went offline. No announcements. No press statements. Just a wall of silence. In the absence of NASA's voice, the world turned to ESA. And what they published only deepened the mystery. Their most detailed image, a 4K color composite from the Gaia Observatory, shows 3I/Atlas in staggering clarity. The nucleus appears metallic, not rocky. Its reflective signature indicates a smooth surface, roughly ellipsoidal, measuring about 1.2 kilometers across. That alone was strange enough. But zooming into the photos revealed a second shock: the object appears to have symmetrical ridges running along its equator, evenly spaced, evenly curved. Nature doesn't build symmetry like that. Intelligence does. Within hours, ESA's servers nearly crashed from traffic. Scientists worldwide demanded answers. Was this confirmation of artificial structure? Was 3I/Atlas a probe, a derelict craft, or something even older, something dormant, only now reawakening as it passed near our sun? ESA spokesperson Dr. Lena Roche held a brief press conference in Geneva, trying to calm the storm. These are preliminary interpretations. We're not confirming artificial origin. However, certain optical and magnetic anomalies are under active review. But the data spoke for itself. ESA's magnetometers aboard the Solar Orbiter detected alternating magnetic polarity shifts around 3I/Atlas, as if the object were generating its own electromagnetic field, pulsing outward in a precise, rhythmic frequency. NASA's silence now looked less like caution, and more like containment. Independent analysts began running their own spectral analyses on the leaked imagery. A team from the University of Helsinki discovered faint emission lines corresponding to ionized titanium and unknown heavy elements not catalogued in any known natural object. If that wasn't enough, an AI-enhanced reconstruction of the ESA frames revealed a haunting detail: a faint hexagonal shadow embedded in the core, six-sided symmetry, precise to within 0.001 degrees. That's not geology. That's geometry. While the internet debated whether this was evidence of alien technology, insiders hinted at something bigger happening behind the scenes. Anonymous posts on scientific message boards claimed that NASA's James Webb Telescope had actually captured infrared data of 3I/Atlas days before going dark, data that supposedly showed thermal patterns too organized for a natural body. One leaked line from a private email between NASA and ESA researchers allegedly read, "The object is not behaving like a comet. It's responding." Responding to what? No one knows. Then, late last night, ESA quietly uploaded one more image, this time directly to their public website. No fanfare, no press release. Just a caption. Composite photometric reconstruction of 3I/Atlas, October 16. It showed the comet's tail glowing in bands of blue and white, but at the very tip, where the ion trail meets the void of space, there was a distinct spiral pattern forming in the plasma stream. A double helix. Not random. Not chaotic. Perfectly coiled, and rotating clockwise. Within hours, astrophysicists noted that the rotation speed of that spiral matched the same frequency as the mysterious radio signal previously detected from 3I/Atlas. It was as if the visual image and the radio signature were two halves of the same message. A signal encoded in light. Speculation erupted across the globe. Was this ESA's way of confirming what NASA already knew? Was the European agency subtly releasing evidence of something extraordinary, something NASA had chosen to suppress? Social media exploded with comparisons to Oumuamua, the first known interstellar visitor in 2017, which also displayed unexplained acceleration and reflective symmetry. But 3I/Atlas was different. It wasn't just drifting through our solar system. It was active. And now, it seemed to be watching us back. Amateur astronomers began reporting a new anomaly: faint optical flashes around 3I/Atlas, repeating every 47 minutes, the same rhythm as its magnetic pulses. Some claim the flashes intensified whenever Earth's radio telescopes aimed toward it, as though the object were aware it was being observed. ESA has neither confirmed nor denied these reports. But one insider from the European Southern Observatory, speaking anonymously, summarized it in one sentence. It's not just reflecting sunlight. It's communicating in it. As NASA remains offline, the world's eyes are now fixed on ESA's next move. Will they release the full dataset? Will they acknowledge what the images seem to suggest, that 3I/Atlas is far more than an interstellar comet? Or will they, too, fall silent? Because one thing is clear: something about 3I/Atlas has triggered a response, not just in space agencies, but in the very instruments designed to observe it. If it truly is emitting both structured light and electromagnetic pulses, we may be witnessing the first multimodal signal ever recorded from beyond our solar system. A signal that NASA detected, and then vanished before explaining. In the end, ESA's images raise more questions than answers. What's inside 3I/Atlas? Why does it pulse with mathematical precision? And why does its activity seem to correlate with human observation? The final line of ESA's press statement says it best. The object's geometry and behavior remain inconsistent with current cometary models. Further analysis is required to determine origin and composition. But to millions around the world, that sounds like a coded way of saying something far simpler and far more terrifying. They don't know what it is. And if NASA's silence means anything, maybe they do.